We are live. Let me check my Facebook.
Yeah, we're gonna have a special podcast called Straight from the car, straight from the seat,
Straight from the
In the
seats.
seats.
straight from the seats, off the wheels.
Man,
But I mean, shit, brother, let's get into it. What we can talk about this week, what's been going on, what you encountered, thoughts on this week, thoughts on today. I got some shit to get off my chest. Can we cuss?
oh yeah. Go ahead,
Oh
man.
shit,
Feel free.
I have some things that I would like to address.
What you would like to address, brother? What's been going on with life, man? Life been life,
That hate out.
please. Lord.
I mean, just
Y'all
keeping
can't
it
hear
a
me?
book, man. Yeah, we can hear you.
Let me
Just
make
keeping
sure.
it a book, like I really am getting to a point of disgust with the world because I'm noticing that like the foundation, the morals, the respect level, all the things that we were raised up on and told this is what we supposed to be is way down here, and you're looked at as less than because you're not willing to conform to less than what you was raised to the standards of being.
Mm. Now, when you say that, are we talking about something in general, or are we just talking? I mean, are we talking something specific or something in general?
Man, I'm talking about anybody and anything that don't that it appeals to, because when I say that, I mean like relationship wise, as far as dating.
Mm.
I'm saying that as far as a person, because as a man, how I was raised is that if you have something to say about another man, you go to talk to him directly. If you have something that needs to be addressed, you sit there and address that directly. You don't, long as you don't call a man out his name, long as you don't be aggressive towards that man and disrespectful to that man, you're supposed to be able to sit there and discuss. Hey, look, Larry, we've been working together. Larry, you've been messing up, and we got to talk about that. That's how I was raised. But
Right.
what I'm noticing now is, and it's just not the older, it's not the younger generation, it's the older generation too, because you can't have that conversation because everybody, when they get held to a certain level of accountability, either we start to talk about stuff that don't have nothing to do with the subject, or we start paying more attention to the feeling that it has because somebody calling me accountable versus paying attention to what they're actually saying.
Right. Do you think this is like could it be a generational thing that we're talking about, or is this across the board, like just the just the day and times?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. On one end, I'm gonna say it is the aspects of day and times, but I'm gonna really put that on the IQ level,
Mm,
because if you ever notice, some of the smartest people that you talk to, or some of the smartest people you come in contact with, you can really have them conversations that really get down deep, and it don't be no arguing, it don't be no yelling, it don't be no cussing and belittling. It just be straight to the fact. Like, okay, here's a problem. How can I fix it? What do we need to do to fix it? But when
but
you dealing with people that don't have a, a and I hate to say it like this, but it's the truth. If they ain't got a high IQ, they can't do it. It's we gotta cuss each other out. We gotta yell to make ourselves sound more. logical or more important.
A
It's
high IQ
I
is
say
crazy.
I,
I would add to that and say I wouldn't say high IQ necessarily. You got to point to that, but I would also add being emotionally intelligent
okay.
because you got that helps you kind of navigate and talk to people without going feeling offended about what somebody tell you and all this stuff. Where you can just sit there, have a conversation, you know, react to what somebody's saying without blowing up about it.
I go with that one. I go with emotional because a lot of folks they need therapy. A lot of folks feel like they're not heard when I heard exactly what you're saying. I'm just not agreeing with it.
Right.
So I go with that. But at the same time, I go with put it in three: emotional, logical, IQ,
Mm.
and the level of accountability.
Oh, accountability.
I put it in. If I had to put it in three, I put it in them three.
Mr. Mind Games, you ain't you over there. What you got on your mind, man?
I'm listening to my brother. I'm let my brother finish his statement because I'm agreeing with it. Just I get what he's trying to say.
Oh, you let him cook. Gotta let him cook, man.
Yeah, let him
If you
cook.
talking it, if you talking it, like gotta cook. Gotta cook it
But
up.
but what I want to say is I think we should get like honestly, just me. I feel like we got to get to a space where let's give people like direct examples of what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like let's not go over the head. Like tell
Okay.
like when I give you a story, I'm gonna be like this shit happened because this motherfucker did this and that. Oh, we can cook.
Okay.
No, you
Let's
can
let's
tell us.
go.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Well, we
Let's
free.
let's
Oh,
go.
talk about
Let's
that
go with
shit.
We
that.
we free on here.
let's go with that. All right. So today I'm gonna draw the whole scenario out. Um, y'all know I work with cars. We got a structured business. That's what we do. So a
Mm-hmm.
young lady came in today, and when she came in, it was me and another guy. I'm not gonna call no names. So when when she came in the building, we were sitting down. I was on the laptop. I was doing emails. I think I was on my phone actually. And she seen me and she automatically spoke to me. She said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Hey, how you doing, ma'am?" I said, "How can we help you?" She said, I have some speakers or a box or something that I'm trying to see how much would you charge to get hooked up." I say, "Okay, cool." I said, "Now keep in mind, at the business that I'm at, this is not my business. This is my partner, associate business. He's
Mm-hmm.
not there. He's left us there. We both do the same thing for the most part. So I'm not finna impose myself on his business, but I'm not finna allow the business to walk out the door." So when I said that, I was like, "Okay, cool. Let's see what you have." As soon as I get up, the other person, let's just call him Larry. Larry's
Mm-hmm.
sitting there, and Larry tells the customer, "Oh, he gone up the street to his house. He'll be back." Okay, one, she wasn't talking to you. Two, that's unprofessional because you're putting out too much information that doesn't have to be discussed. And three, if I have already established a solid communication understanding with the customer, there's no need for you to say anything. So I went outside, I talked to the customer, I basically gave them what I know is the prices because when I work with my associate, my partner, I know what his price is normally gonna be around. I always give estimates. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
now I know he start around 165. I'll say the estimate it starts from 165. It can go up from there. So luckily he pulled up at the same time I'm talking to the customer. He came out there and talked to the customer. Woo, woo, everything was cool, established. When I came back inside, because this is not something that has happened one time. This has happened multiple times. I sat down. I said, hey, I'm going to say this the most respectful way I can say it. If you don't know what's going on in the business, please don't speak on it. I did curse. I said, if you don't know what's going on, just stay the fuck out of it.
Let that hate out.
He said he didn't know who I was talking to at first. He said he was looking, and I was looking dead at him when I said it. So he looked at me. He's like, "You talking about me?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm talking about you." He automatically got irate. Motherfucker, this, that, third, da 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 da, and then he proceeds to stand up. Now, where I'm from, how I was raised, if two men are sitting here talking and both are sitting down, there's no need to get up.
Nope.
When you get up, you're making a physical signal to the other person that you're willing to go to a physical aspect versus a verbal.
Well,
So,
what you standing up for? What are you doing? You
mhm,
sizing the situation up? Like what you trying to do?
exactly,
What's all this moving? Why you move your hands so goddamn well? What's all this standing up? Like you trying to
exactly,
get
right,
swole?
exactly.
right.
Because again, when I was talking, I'm sitting down. I'm not waving my hands all in the woo woo. I'm not doing that. I'm just talking. But
Mm-hmm.
it kind of had me for a whirlwind that you're older than me, and I'm not saying like 2 or 3 years. You're 10 plus years older than me. That you will resort to something that would be childish or downright disrespectful to get to a point that you need to stand up.
Mm.
And like that's something that carries on not only with certain people of the same sex that is a different age, but it carries on in with the relationship aspects because as a man talking to a woman, that shouldn't be done.
Right. Because it gives off that you're trying to be this this alpha. All this vibrato shit. Man, nobody like people like you can look and tell at some people that they really not about that. You know, you can be the most like me. I think I'm the most passive person when it comes to just not trying to get in confrontations and shit. Like, I've been that way my whole life, but I feel like it's a reason behind that because I feel like the way I move, I study people to a certain extent, and you can tell like, okay, this nigga just talking. That's all it is. He's just loud and just talking, and you can see that. After a while, you looking at somebody and just listening, he just want to make it seem like he Mr. Big and Bad. But at the same time, you know deep down that if it came down to it, you would do what you have to do and really show this nigga.
And I
So
agree with you,
I get it.
I agree with you because like my thing is I'm a person that I really want to de-escalate the situation. I want to get the point across. I want to get the understanding that needs to be understood down, the foundation. But
Right.
I'm not trying to escalate the situation to where it has to be bigger than what it is. Because if I'm just talking to you and I'm not calling you out your name, I'm not disrespecting you, then you should take what I'm telling you as a point of communication. You should communicate with me on the same thing. Now, if you want to curse and say, "Goddamn," I ain't like. If you want to say, "Goddamn, man," I didn't mean it that way or something like that. I'm not gonna take it offensive. But when you go to calling me out my name, motherfucker, this and this, that, and the third, and yelling and hollering, that I'm not. finna take that because I didn't give you that. And my how I was raised was, you know, you give people the same respect that you want yourself. I look for that. If I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. If you saying, boy, hey, boy, P, that was some stupid ass shit you did. I'm gonna ask you how. If I'm not aware of the subject, but I'm not finna sit there and just motherfucker. I'm not finna do that because it's gonna go to a level that it don't need to be at. But when people sit here and take a situation, when I gave it to you as a 2, and you take it to a 7, don't think that I'm gonna come to you back on the same 2. I might not take it to a 7 because I'm still trying to de-escalate it. But now you finna take me up to a 5 because at the end of the day, I gave you the respect of having it at a 2 to begin with.
And at that point, you gotta try to get. Well, I ain't gonna say try to get, but a motherfucker gotta understand at that point, especially when it's get to the point where you have to go past that 2 and you go to that 5. Like, hey, we getting
Respect it.
there. Let's calm down, or let's keep it at this 3. We can talk.
There, there
We
you go.
adults. We can talk. But some
And,
people,
and
they don't. Like I said, go back to the being emotional intelligent thing. They don't know how to articulate their feelings, and this all this other big I'm big bad that comes from the feeling shit. That's all it
yeah,
is.
but how we was also raised, I know for a fact you was raised the same way. Don't cash a check of being Billy Badass. Don't write no check if you can't cash it out.
That's it.
Cause like we had a mutual friend that was trying to de-escalate the situation, and like I said, no, we finna talk like men. That's what all in here. But my thing is, the last thing I said to Larry is, you have done this twice with me. There will not be a third because I have given you the leeway to understand that what you're doing is incorrect. I have given you the leeway of understanding that I'm trying to de-escalate the situation, but still put the foundation of what we need to talk or discuss or understand on the table. And if you cannot handle that situation correctly and you want to escalate the situation, you want to be disrespectful to the situation, and you want to be physically aggressive to the situation, I'm going to handle that accountable because if I don't want somebody to be physical with me, I'm not going to step first to be physical with them. And the last thing I said to him, like, hey, 3 strikes you're out. If you do this again, I'm going to go in your shit. That's it. Can't hear you, Flo.
But, I mean,
There you
that's
go.
it. That's it. I was agreeing. I was just saying, you're right.
And
You're absolutely
that's
right.
kind of like, as a man, you gotta think about this. As a man, if it's a dude 6 foot 250, if he talks sideways to you, it's going to get to a point that if that man can't talk straight to you, respectful to you, the same way you doing to him, at 6 foot and 200 pounds, it's gonna get physical. So why is a woman that's 5'3", 180 pounds, 190 pounds, think that she finna sit here and talk even more reckless to you than a 6 foot 250 pound man and think that it ain't gonna get no escalation?
Right. It's crazy work, brother. It's crazy.
But you want somebody to treat you like a queen though. Come on now. I can't treat no queen. I can't. I'm not. Can't and not. It's two different things. I am not finna treat a woman that act like a court gesture, like a queen.
Not the court jester, brother.
Court gesture, cause you a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. So
Speaking
that's
facts.
all.
Yeah,
That's all I'm on right now. Like that's it.
I think we just live in a society to where like people, and I'm not trying to be sexist, but
I
we
think you
have
are.
let
Go ahead.
women go so far left with the disrespect that it's hard to kind of like correct them. Like we live in a society where if you tell a woman she's wrong, you're gonna have 100 women to that one man saying, "Oh, she wrong. No, she right. She right," because they all kind of think alike sometimes, and they're like, that's a narrative because just because majority of y'all saying is right, don't mean it's actually right. A lot of y'all dumb.
Bruh, I swear to God, bro, that nigga said this. That dude said the same thing. I've been doing this. That just because you've been doing it don't mean you've been doing it right.
I'm about to say right. Yeah.
And at the same time, you can be doing something and there's six different ways to do it better, but you're still focused on because you've been doing this.
That's
Like
true.
I'm like that.
You
That's
always can
serious.
learn
Like
too.
Prime example.
exactly. Like hold on,
Okay,
hold on, like,
go
hold
ahead.
on. The one thing my granddaddy taught me at a young age, he said, I'm 70 some years old. I learn something new every day. So, what do you think you know? If I'm learning something new every day and I already up here, you down here, you ain't learned nothing for real, and you still learning, don't you think I know more than you because I'm learning something new every day and I still know all this that you don't know?
Preach. Oh man, Mr. Mind Games, did you design that shirt that you got on, or it just came with the
Nah,
character or something?
it came with the character. Gee, I like it though. It's a little razzle dazzle. It's a little razzle
Oh,
dazzle.
okay, got you.
I forgot what
All
I
right.
was finna say. Shit. Oh,
I got
I got it. I got it.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
For example, if you have a woman that has 4 kids, 3 baby daddies, all three of her kids in jail, and she don't have custody of the fourth one. If she tell you, well, hey, I've been a mom since I was 16 years old, I know what I'm talking about. Would you listen to her with parenting advice because she had 4 kids? You see what I'm saying? Like that's stuff we don't think about. Like,
Fuck, fuck, dog. But
but what I'm saying, we live in a society where that young lady is gonna give somebody advice and they're gonna listen to
yeah,
it, and she's been making bad decisions her whole life, and she's a terrible mom. But guess what? As a society, we're gonna hold her up to a standard of every mother, even though she's a terrible mother. But in the
terrible,
pack that she's
terrible.
running in, she's a good mother because she tried and she had them and she gave birth, and that's it.
Bruh, listen, I'm not going for none of that. Oh, she trying. I'm not going for none of that because this is a society that we live in. It when we were growing up, in order for you to get a trophy in any sport you played in, you had to perform in order to earn that trophy. In today's sport, everybody gets a trophy. Oh yeah, everybody gets a trophy, so it makes people feel like they did something when they didn't do it.
Hmm. I'm
Okay,
gonna tell you. Oh, go ahead.
okay. So in today's society, it is that it is more glorified to be, oh, I'm trying. You've been doing the same thing for just say 15, 20 years. How are you trying if you're getting the same results? Something ain't working.
But
How are
this,
you trying if everybody telling you not to go right and you continue to go on right? It's not an addiction. Even with the same thing of a drug addict being a let's keep it a book. As a drug addict on drugs is a certain leeway that they're not in control of their self because the drugs are controlling them. So if you're not on drugs, what level is it that you're trying?
listen, man. A lot. I heard a comedian say some stuff. earlier today that resonated with me, and it's kind of off the same thing that Mr. Mind Games and you saying. Uh, there are like a lot of these women that think they're good mothers just off the fact that they have their kids with them, just because they doing that. A lot of these mothers do things that in front of their kids they shouldn't. They have people around their kids that they shouldn't. They allow their kids to do certain things they should. I'm gonna go even further and say that like even with our own mothers, and I can say like I'm gonna use me as an example. Like it's some things that I didn't agree with my mama. Now I love her to death. And I can't take that shit away. Can't take away what she did, but I don't agree with everything we doing. But the thing is, we give these women so many passes and so much grace for this shit, and that's the thing. We I don't know. If we have to just give them grace because of the fact that they're mothers, and this is supposed to be a tough job. But hell, it's hard being a damn dad too, whether they like to admit that shit or not. Even harder because we have. I don't care what you say. We have the harder job, man. As far as providing and discipline and shit, it's crazy. And
Okay.
sometimes these mothers' roles are to provide the nurturing and shit. They don't have. They have ass with that.
Okay. Let's keep it a book. Let's keep it a book. At the end of the day, it's three things. I call them three P's. Quintessential. Hey, it's funny, but hey, I call them three P's. Provide, protect, and prepare. That's what you're supposed to do for your kid. You're supposed to provide for your kid for his food, shelter, and clothing and stuff. You're supposed to protect your kid from foreign and domestic. That means from themselves, what they could do. That means from outside forces and everything. And you're supposed to prepare them for the world. A lot of these parents are only providing clothing, food, and shelter. And they think that they're a parent because of that.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not preparing your child for the world because a OG told me, don't never prepare your kid for the house. Don't raise your kid for the house, raise your kid for the world.
Mm-hmm.
Then it is that you're not preparing them for the world, you're not protecting them. Because you think that they supposed to be around every female you come into contact with. Oh, this is my friend. Let's keep it a book. Two men at a job, two women at a job. Two men will be at the job for done that 6 months and not even say too much to each other. What's going on? Yeah, boy, I'm working. Yeah, that's it. That's it. They don't know nothing about each other outside that job. Two women, shoot, a month into work, they going out to eat together. They going over here together. This, that, and the third. This, that. That's my friend.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know nothing about this person.
I'm
So
talking about
like
in it.
in it, we best friends, and that's why females fall out with other females. And I like this. This kind of like a red flag to me. When a female tell me like I ain't got no female friends, oh I'm cooler with dudes than I am female. That's a red flag to me because at the end of the day, a female see through a female better than a male. So that means you having a problem with females seeing through you, and you crossing that boundary. That's
Mm-hmm.
why niggas don't see it because at the end of the day, he trying to get some pussy. I don't care what you say.
Hey, we will soon.
Hmm.
Man, this
But
is
that's just what it is. They want to be friends with them because at the end of the day, let's keep it a book. A lot of these females having babies because of they have issues within themselves. They wasn't loved enough as a child. They wasn't loved by they didn't have their daddy in their life. So the love that they was looking for from a dad figure. They look for it in a nigga, and then they want to keep the nigga around. So they thought that having a kid was gonna keep the nigga around. And then this is the one thing that I have heard from multiple females. Well, I have a baby. My baby gonna always love me. My baby gonna always be around, and that's the reason that they don't prepare their child for the world because of the simple fact they
Mm-hmm.
always want somebody to be around them. They're not gonna
Yeah.
teach their kid what they need to do to maneuver on their own because they always want to be a fixture in their damn kid's life. Let's keep it a
Yeah.
book.
Yep.
Keep it a book. They praise right now, society. They're praising these females on baddies. They're watching baddies with their children.
Oh man, not with the children, brother.
They're watching baddies with their children.
Not with.
Send Q the link.
All right.
They're watching baddies with their children. We was raised up on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Step by Step, Family Matters, the Cosby Show. We was raised up on that. That gave you some dynamics of how a actual family two parent household is supposed to operate. The eyes and ears are portals to the soul. So if you're not watching anything that is beneficial to your family life, beneficial to your kids' life, what do you think you projecting to them? I'm done. I ain't got nothing. I'm done for a good goddamn. It's 30, 31. I ain't saying nothing to about 50. I'm done.
Man, crazy, crazy world we live in, there, man. And I look at it like as we progress, more technology as time goes on, whatever you want to call it. I just see things from my nigga eyes getting worse. I just see shit getting worse, man. Like
Hell no.
this whole big male versus female shit, the whole goddamn the unks and versus the YNs and shit. Like, bro, when we gonna be at peace? When we gonna goddamn just chill and enjoy life? I don't think that's ever gonna happen because it's always gonna be the niggas. The let me rephrase that. The people that don't have versus the people that's trying to get versus the people that have. If that makes sense, we're gonna and the people that's in the middle gonna clash with both sides anyway. That's just like the clashes shit. I mean, like yeah, classes shit. It's
Like,
not gonna be. It's gonna get worse over time. There's no way around that shit, man. It's like, and for the younger generation, they feel like I guess we owe them something, and to a certain extent, maybe we fucking do. We owe them an ass whooping. We owe them lessons. That's what we owe them. Lessons. Lessons that
Hold
we
on.
didn't. Certain
Can
people
I
that
drop some
didn't teach us.
knowledge?
Go ahead, bro.
Can I drop some knowledge? From 1980 to 2000, the productivity in the United States only rose 1%, while no, the productivity rose 98%. The pay raise only rose 1%. Facts. Go look it up on Google if you don't think I'm know what I'm talking about. It strategically has been placed in the United States for a certain different demographic that looks like me, looks like everybody on this podcast, to separate the household of that family because it's always been that the structure and the foundation of the household has been provided by the man. If you want to go into biblical sense, man was made, woman was made to be a helpmate for the man.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that Even if you take it back to music, James Brown said it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a little child, a little girl.
Hmm.
The thing about it is that a woman is supposed to be a helpmate for the man to work together, not standing beside, but standing behind. But the thing is, it's been projected out by the government and all this bull crap to be, oh, the woman's supposed to be in front. You supposed to cherish the woman. You supposed to do this, this, and the third. At the end of the day, that shit don't get nothing because at the end of the day, if the woman been, let's keep it above. Most women, if you 35, if you 25 to 35, you're gonna start to, as a man, you're going to start to notice that when it comes to structure foundation in a single mother's household, it's not there. Kids don't got no bedtime. Kids is in the room when grown folks is talking. It's no foundation. So then when a man comes in place and be like, it needs to be some structure. The kids need to go to bed at a certain time. Oh, we talking about grown folks stuff. The kids need to be out the way. They don't like that because it's normal to them to do the same thing they've been doing. And it's harder to do something different than it is to do something that's the same. I'm done. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
So we lost Mr. Mind Games. Trying to see what's going on here. Hold on.
Yeah. Like I said, if I'm tripping, please tell me I'm tripping. And I already know it's gonna be a certain amount of females that gonna be like, but oh, but a man, this, that, and the third. Listen, a man is only going to be able to give you a real man, not Pookie over there that work at the chicken plant and he working on his mixtape. So let's keep that above. But a
Hmm.
man is only going to, honestly, as the men that I know, the men that I was raised around, the men that I hang around, and the men that I associate with for real, for real. All of these men are a certain caliber that if they're dealing with a female, that they want the best for their female companion. So if she's doing something that's not leading her into the best of what is for her, not for the man is not benefiting from it. But if they're doing something that's not leading them to the best for themselves or their children, that man is going to sit there and say, hey, we need to turn a knob on this. We need to stop this. We need to do this. It's only going to benefit that woman and her children. But because of the simple fact that it is abnormal to that woman, instead of following that man's lead, or even let's just say we don't follow it. Let's give it a trial run. Hey, you've been doing this for 16 years and it ain't giving you what you wanted. Let's just try this for six.
My bad. My bad. I've been trying to
Okay.
hit some shit.
Let's give it a 6 month run and see how it goes. Because that's not their normal, they're gonna have pushback. But at the end of the day, what does that do for that woman? She
Hmm.
gonna still get the same thing she been getting. She gonna still be sitting here crying. Oh, I can't do this and this, this and third. Because at the end of the day, you've been doing the same thing. And scientifically proven, number one sign of insanity is doing the same thing and thinking you're going to get a different outcome.
Right.
That it's been projected and pushed on the black community to for females to fuck a nigga, run a bag up. But at the end of the day, you run your bag up, baby. Cool. I'm saying a man running bag up and a woman running bag up. But at the end of the day, let's just keep it a book. If a man run his bag up and he a single father, it's scientifically proven that single males have better outcome with their kids than single woman because of the because of the simple fact of boundaries, morals, and respect.
Discipline.
Discipline. That's it right there. But you run your bag up, but you not giving your kids no morals, no boundaries, no respect, none of that stuff right there. So then when Lil Deshante is locked up because he wanna pop off at the mouth and show everybody the same way that you do. Because you know when you get into it with a female, you gotta pop off, you gotta cuss her out, you gotta go on Facebook Live and tell this and tell that.
Don't run them nigga lips.
Men men don't operate like that because literally two females can get into it, they might fight. They might fight. It's gonna be a lot of talking, this, that, and third. Ooh, she know this, and third. Cool. Two men get into it. Somebody might end up dead.
Mm. Yep, that is true.
That's just what it is.
It has happened.
Multiple times.
You see it on social media all the time.
But you're not helping the situation because if you're a single mother and you have a daughter, you should one show that daughter what it is to operate with a man correctly. Show that daughter how a man operates. Because the same thing that mama did, dad ain't gonna do. He gonna do it different. So then when that daughter gets grown, the daughter gonna have a better standpoint. You might not been raised with your dad, but because you provided that atmosphere of that daughter to learn how it is to operate, to see how it is a man operates, to see how it is that you're supposed to operate with a man correctly. When they get to a point, they're going to make sure if they have that kid that their father is going to be in their life. But because of the simple fact, fuck a nigga, oh this, that, and the third, man, come on, bro, that shit
Come
ain't
on,
work.
G. Come on,
That
G.
bro, that shit ain't worked. Please show me where a single woman saying "fuck a nigga, run a bag" and she raised a kid, and that kid came out productive. Not only productive as in making money and productive to go further in life, but also productive to the point of they're emotionally intelligent to communicate properly. Cause the prison filled with niggas that was raised by a single mother. Statistics
That's
don't lie.
crazy. That's crazy, G.
Statistics don't lie.
You don't. You know, with that being said, we're gonna end this podcast. This talking talk or whatever you want to call it. The first one of many to come. It's gonna be some different subjects, some different topics, some random just vetting and shit that we're gonna have. It's gonna be some times where we clown and all that, but this is a
No,
place where
I
you
got
can.
one more question. I got one more question.
Oh shit! Go ahead, man.
So a lot of females like to watch that show Baddies, and they
Hmm.
always say, "Oh, they getting exposure." Name one multi-million company that is getting one of the chicks from Baddies as their spokesperson. Name one female from Baddies that has a structured business that's making millions. And please do not say Natalie Nunn because Natalie Nunn is literally a pimp.
Oh man,
Let's just keep it a book.
that's true.
So let's just keep it a book.
That's true. No, we're gonna. That's funny, but we're gonna end this one. I'm gonna start a whole new one and do about a 30, maybe 20 minute, just I don't know, talking shit. But We're gonna get back to y'all. We appreciate y'all for watching and tuning in. Make sure y'all join the rest of them.